organize your conversations however you want to do them. So we decided to introduce this concept of BattleNet Real ID. And the way this works is we want you to be able to see and communicate with friends based on how you know them. And the examples over there are like Facebook and Twitter, which are two of the most popular services, across the world. They're just eating up market share, and I think a lot of that is because in real life, we don't know each other as Gandalf or as Zeratul. We know each other as Rob Pardo or Greg Canessa. So if that's how people want to know each other, that's how people are going to communicate, why don't we introduce that to the service itself? So one of the things this is going to allow you to do is be able to talk to friends across game and across realm. So if you're real life friends with somebody, it doesn't matter what realm they're on or what game they're on BattleNet, you're going to be able to communicate to them across all of those. Another thing that we can do is also have an achievement system that spans games across characters. So at that point, I think there's probably a lot of people in the audience, and myself included, that I invest all this time in the achievements of one character, and then I don't want to go on to another character because I don't want to start doing all that achievement work again. Well, once we have real life ID, you're actually going to be able to just see an achievement score for your entire account. And then you don't feel kind of that pressure of staying on the same character because you already did all those achievements. And this one, I think, you guys may or may not see the value of this today, but I really, really believe that this might even be the most important point. Just imagine this. Imagine that you have, again, a lot of real life friends within the games you play on BattleNet or within World of Warcraft. You're going to kind of add all those friends, kind of like you might do in something like Facebook. Now, the thing about Blizzard is, we don't always release a lot of games like every year. So something might happen where you might come and play StarCraft 2, play the game for something like 6 months, and then, go and play some other games, which, by the way, is fine with me. It's okay if you want to play games that aren't Blizzard for a while, because I know you're coming back. But, imagine like a year later or something, you come back and play Diablo 3. Well, what's going to happen is all your real-life friends that you made back in Star 2 or in World of Warcraft, you're going to instantly know which one of those are playing Diablo 3, and you can start reestablishing those friendships and immediately start playing with them and have a friends network right from the beginning of the game. You don't have to start it from scratch. All right, so now I'm going to show you kind of some screens just so it kind of makes a little more sense. So this would be an example of what your friends list might look once you actually have some real life friends added to it. So your real life friends would be at the top, and you still have the character friendship. So this doesn't replace character friendship at all. So you can still have all the same systems you have today, but you kind of have this additional kind of more powerful functionality. So you can see like this is an IM chat that I'm having with Greg. What's he talking about there? Oh, he wants to run heroics. So, and this is a good example of how it kind of crosses games where, we can be in Star 2 and we can kind of be talking about running something within World of Warcraft. So we also have this concept of toast. So if you look in the bottom right and the bottom left-hand corner, my good friend Dustin Browder is come online, so I know he's come online. And we have this concept of a broadcast. And the way the broadcast works is a little bit like you might see like broadcast work in social networks. And this is an example of how I actually think people are going to use them. So Dustin's actually playing Star 2, but he's asking if anyone's up for some heroics later in WoW. So that'd be something then if you're in WoW or you're playing Diablo 3 or you're playing Star 2, you'll be able to tell all your friends what you really want to do. So because I think one of the things that's going to happen with World of Warcraft guilds, StarCraft 2 is going to come out, and then a whole bunch of your guild mates are going to be playing Star 2 here and there. But they might actually want to be able to go to the next Nax run. But this is a way that they can actually tell you that, but still stay on the service and play Star 2 for a while waiting for the guild raid to start. And here's the example of what the friends list is going to look like in World of Warcraft, because we're also going to be making the changes into WoW to reflect real life friends.